Thank you, Valerio, for joining Shoes in Bitcoin episode 10, which is going to be dedicated completely and solely on mnemonic. Hi.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm here for the third time. So
yeah,
and this time we will stress something about the wallet backup. If you are a person that connected to Bitcoin for the first time, the first things that you do is create your wallet. We had some maybe one tutorial also about creating a new wallet, but the first things that you hit when you create a wallet is the mnemonic. Actually, all the modern all the modern wallet use the mnemonic to store the secrets of the wallet. So it means that the mnemonic is the only way to recreate your wallet. If you have a wallet on your mobile and you lost your mobile or become broken, you can restart, you can recreate your wallet only using the mnemonic. There is no other way. If your wallet is non-custodial, it means that you have the key, the secret key that allow you to spend your Bitcoin. So in Bitcoin, it's very important that you own your Bitcoin only if you know the secret key. It means that there is no other, it's not like credit card that if you have problem, you call your bank. If you have problem with your non-custodial wallet, you can check if it's a problem in the backend or in the wallet. But if you lost your mnemonic, if you lost your secret, it means that you lose your Bitcoin. And no one in the world can give you back. So the mnemonic is very important because it is the first things that you see when you enter in the Bitcoin world, but in the same time is the most important things that you have to save and backup for having your Bitcoin. This is very a lot of people don't think too much because it's the first things that you saw when you enter in the Bitcoin world. So, oh, I have to write these 24 words. I will write in a paper, and where is this paper? Have you tried to restore to another wallet? So, when you understand that the mnemonic is the most important things for your wallet, you also will understand that it's very important that you choose the right mnemonic, the mnemonic in the right way, and that you back up in a right way. About choosing, we are lucky because a lot of people is working on some method, and we will see some to create the mnemonic in a good manner. But about the backup, there is a lot of product, but a lot of people still don't back up the mnemonic. So just trust about a piece of paper or write in a file inside the computer. So we will speak about how to save your mnemonic in a good manner. You have to think about that if you put your money on this mnemonic, maybe you will need some backup in 10 years. Can your paper survive for 10 years? Maybe not. Or maybe you have to put in different places also to avoid that you forget. And you have to check that it's still there, that that no one find out and take all your funds. So the mnemonic is really the most important things in your Bitcoin wallet. In the second slide,
representing the access to your private keys. So without it, you're lost. Something.
Yeah, it's not something that the network, the Bitcoin network know. It's something that only you know. So if you lost this secret information, you will lost the way to create your secret, your private key, and the way to retrieve and to spend your Bitcoin.
And you have also mentioned previously that if you are not using a custodian, so it's only you who knows, respectively, mnemonic. Does it mean that when we use custodian and third parties and wallets in general, they are having our mnemonic, or no? This is, we're going to talk about this.
No, it's when you use a custodial wallet, usually, but depend. There are a lot of different. The most easy path is that you have your wallet inside your exchange, so you don't really have a mnemonic. Maybe you have just a password and PIN, but the server has one mnemonic and derive some addresses maybe for you. So when you have, or maybe it's only in the exchange database, and you don't check. They just buy a lot, and you have just some number, but you don't know, you know almost nothing about your mnemonic. Some other wallet allow create a kind of multi-sig for you. So and in this way, maybe they have one mnemonic or one secret, and you have one, and you can create two of two, or maybe they have two mnemonic. This is the case of Conio. They have they have one mnemonic, another mnemonic or secret is in another custodial, and the client has the third. So if you lost your mnemonic, they can find out. They can move money from your account. But these are kind of different approach to a wallet. Usually, the right idea for a wallet in Bitcoin is your key, your Bitcoin. It means that you have all the secrets needed for move the Bitcoin, and nobody have other information. So this is and this expose you to the problem of lost money, because you are your bank, but you have to be sure that about what you do. And maybe this is a bit, it's hard from our usual way to think. Like if I use credit card, I know that if I see some error or some some payment that I didn't made, I will call a number and bank will give me back money. This is not working in Bitcoin. So in Bitcoin, nobody can stop your Bitcoin. Nobody can decide what you can do with your Bitcoin, but you can also not have more the control of your Bitcoin. So it's very important that you have the clear idea about this technique, and you know how you can generate your mnemonic, how you can back up your mnemonic in a good manner.
Definitely. So this is something which is very important. Literally, the most important thing in Bitcoin actually is the mnemonic, the private keys.
Yeah.
I'm going with this to switch to the first slide, which
and the first slide tell you about what is BIP39 mnemonic. The idea is to have a simple way to save a backup of your wallet. And the idea is to use a set of words, 12 or 24 words, taken from a dictionary, an English dictionary. There are in other languages, but please use English, that has 2048 different words. These are chosen in a manner that the first four characters of each word are different. So you can store only 4 characters for every word. You don't need to store all the word, but it's a good way because a word has a kind of redundancy that it's very good for our brain. I remember very well husband, but HUSB, it's not so simple to I cannot remember easily, or I cannot recognize easily. And our brain, it's not very perfect in remember precise things like big number, but it's good in understand or remember phrases, and phrases has a lot of redundancy.
So it means that only the first 4 symbols, the first 3 or 4, the first 3
or 4 symbols,
symbols from these words is representing actually the real keys.
Yeah.
The private keys. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can write the complete word instead of write only the 3 or 4 symbols, because this is very good, and it's they are words from English dictionary, so you can hide easily. You can write in a paper and put in a book, and maybe nobody will understand that this is a mnemonic. Or you can underscore some word in a big book, and nobody will understand that these sublime words are a mnemonic. So it's very easy for our brain. It's better, but in the same time, it's a very good decision to have something that can be a simple phrase or some note, and you can put also in the middle. You can put also some other word that are not from the dictionary, because you can easily understand which word is from the dictionary and which word is not from the dictionary. So you can create your more private, more hidden mnemonic. But the idea was to have a mnemonic code or a sentence because it's superior for human interaction compared to the handling of raw binary or hexadecimal. And in the BIP document, they always say the sentence could be written on paper or spoken over telephone. And this is very, 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 very funny because you can also record in audio file. You can record on some CD or in other and have another layer of redundancy. And you know that this dictionary is only 2048 different words. So if you are not an English speaker, you can also recognize easily the word. So it's not, there are no false friend inside this dictionary. There are no words that sound similar in English. So easily you can recognize which one is are the word from your mnemonic. And another important aspect is that the mnemonic is not only the word, but is the word sequence. So you have to be sure that you save this word, but you save in the right sequence. It means that if you write in a piece of paper, please decide if you have to read your table by row or by column, because it's not the same. Okay, you can test both, but the order is important like the word. So when you back up, remember that you have to back up in the same order. And you can have different kind of mnemonic with 12 words or with 24 words, and connected to this mnemonic, there is a big number. You can see in the example. I create a mnemonic that is husband, version, ethic, etc., etc. And the entropy, the number connected to this phrase, is this big hexadecimal number that is almost impossible to read and to understand for our brain. It means you have to, if you want to copy this number, you have to care a lot about every single number, and it's hard. If you copy the mnemonic, you can easily retrieve the same number. Why?
Actually, for example, 6 is representing what in the mnemonic?
Oh, it's not so easy, because every word in the mnemonic represent 11 bytes of 11 random bytes.
Okay.
So 11. Every word, one word is 11 bytes. If you have a 12 word, you will have 132 bytes, but 4 bytes are a checksum. So your random data is only 128 bytes. But when you want to represent when you represent a number in hexadecimal format, every digit, every symbol, it's connected to only 4 bytes. So the first word, husband, is connected with S with 6 F and F, but only the first 3 bytes of last F. It means that it's not it's very easy if you write the entropy in binary format. Every 11 bytes you have one word. But if you write in another with another standard like hexadecimal, you don't have the match one symbol for one word or 2 symbols for one word. It's 1 symbol and a piece for one word.
Okay.
So
it's complicated enough to trust it and to put your money behind this.
But you have to, you don't need to understand all mathematics inside. You have to just to understand that the mnemonic represent an entropy that it's a random number. So it's the random number that lock your money. It's the secret of your Bitcoin. Plus a checksum. A checksum are some characters that are added to be sure that you copy the right phrase. It means that this checksum allow you to create some mistake inside your mnemonic. So not every group of 12 words it's a good mnemonic, because many will not have the right checksum. The right checksum is like when you in a lot of time you have these it's a good concept. It's to avoid that you have some mistake writing down your mnemonic. Okay. So if you use the 24 word mnemonic, you can say that last word of your mnemonic is not decided by random. It's decided a bit by some random number, but have to respect some rules. And your rules are watch the previous the previous word, the previous entropy. It means it's like we can do like a checksum like this, that in our entropy we want even and odd digit with the same cardinality. I mean, if I have 10 even digit, I will have 10 odd digit also. It's something that create some rule to avoid that, to avoid mistake. You don't have to understand, just remember that you have to care at last word of your mnemonic. Oh. And in the slide there are also a tool, a Jan Coleman tool, that you can use to play, to create some mnemonic, to check what happened. You can input your entropy, and but the idea of this entropy is to save the secret of your Bitcoin. We can go to next slide.
Okay, I was just about to show that yancoleman.io, but yeah, for everybody we can open this later separately. Going to the third slide, key derivation.
Key derivation. So we said that this mnemonic is connected to our to our Bitcoin, to our addresses, to our secrets. But usually in our wallet we have a lot of addresses, a lot of public key, a lot of private key, and all is connected to only one mnemonic. How is possible? It's possible because we can derive information. So we can use the mnemonic like something that we can use to create private key and public key, or private key and addresses. So we can use only one secret, the mnemonic, to have a large bunch of secret and addresses. So the idea, I think this is very good also, because the mnemonic is good, but is very long to create and to backup, and you cannot create one mnemonic for each address in your wallet. It's very it's impossible to backup, because you need too much time, too much information. So the idea is to use the key derivation. The key derivation is something that from one secret can create other secrets connected with the previous one. So when you have one secret, you can create a lot of other secrets using key derivation. And if you go to the next slide, I show you why this key derivation is important. Because you can create BIP32 hierarchically deterministic wallet. This bad word, it means that you have one secret, the mnemonic, the entropy, and the master seed, this entropy connected with mnemonic, and you can create a master node. Maybe you can create a derivation for each one of your wallet of your account, and maybe you can create a wallet for each different chain, and then you can create your addresses. Look a bit crazy that you have to use this kind of strange things, but when you sometimes you can see in your wallet the derivation path, and the derivation path is m slash a number slash a number slash 0 slash 0. This is a deterministic. This is a hierarchically deterministic wallet path. It means that you can, if you have your mnemonic and this path, you can always recreate your addresses and your private key. Because if you can derive, it means that you have to know in which way you have to derive this information. So connected to every address, you have a derivation, that a derivation path that connect your address to the mnemonic that you have in your pocket. Thanks God, the wallet are clever enough to hide you this circus, and you just know that your Bitcoin have a certain derivation. It's very simple, and the last two symbol in the path in the Bitcoin path are /0 or /1 slash a number. The /0 slash a number can create all your addresses. The /1 slash a number create all your change addresses. So in the Bitcoin hierarchically deterministic wallet, you have different derivation from the address that you give to your friends or to other, and the address that you generate to have a change back in your transaction. So when you create your transaction, you don't have to worry about the change address. Clever wallets will use this trick to have different deterministic tree for your addresses and for your changes. This is very interesting because you can give your addresses to your friend, but you want avoid that you put your change in an address that is used. So your change will go to another set of addresses that nobody know. Okay, you can send money, but this help you to don't reuse addresses, because addresses for changes are separated from addresses for normal use.
Mm.
You don't have, thanks God, you don't have to understand this. Just know that there is this magic that create an address and a private key from your mnemonic, and can create a lot of addresses from the same mnemonic.
Right. So I was definitely more confident that I know something about the Bitcoin before this conversation with you.
This is always like this. You can you always in Bitcoin you can always think, oh, this I know very well, and after read a bit more and said, oh, no, I was wrong. It's much more complex.
Right.
It's complex, but it's very flexible and give you a lot of you can really create a lot of interesting things using this approach. You can also use the same mnemonic for different chain. I know that that we are in a Bitcoin only meeting, but if you want to use the same mnemonic for testnet, you can, or for different kind of address, you can just use different derivation. It's not very safe to use this kind of approach, but all hardware wallet have only one mnemonic, and some you can use with shitcoin also, because they use this kind of derivation.
Let me interrupt you, because you're going in the wrong direction with saying shitcoins. I'm joking, of course. But for example, here I would like to understand BIP32 Hierarchical Deterministic wallets. So we are in a master seed phase. I think master seed. This is Entropy 128 bits. It means it's a mnemonic of
this is a derivation of your mnemonic.
Okay, but looking at the size of the mnemonic in bits, it means it's 12 words, right?
No, the mnemonic in bits is from 128 to 256.
Yeah, so it's 12 words.
12 words, yeah. But there is a trick. This entropy is not is connected with your mnemonic using an hash function. So the hash reduce the space to this. Okay, there is in the middle there is an hash, and an hash you can create a very complex 256 mnemonic. Anyway, the entropy is always 128 bytes. This means that if you have very big, very 24 character mnemonic, it's not more safe than 12 character mnemonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same, because in the middle there is an hash function that reduces your entropy to 128 bytes. It's better because there is more. It's less difficult. It's less difficult to to create error, because there is a check code bigger. You have to copy more words. So, but if you, but the entropy is almost the same. So it don't change if you have 24 words or 12 words. The entropy is the same.
Okay, and then we have master node with our private.
Yeah, from this entropy, we perform a cryptographic hash function, the HMAC, the with SHA, and we create this master key. This is our master key, or master node. It's the node. It's usually in the path is represented with M.
Oh, okay.
If you use Jan Coleman tool, you will see M/. The M is the master key. Is the key that derived directly from your mnemonic.
Okay.
And after, you can create a
wallet account,
a wallet or account, and after you can use you can create a chain, and if you check your Bitcoin wallet, you will find out 44, 84, like derivation number that are used in the Bitcoin space. But you can create your custom derivation. So you are not strictly connected to one derivation, to one number. But this is good because if everyone has a kind of follow this rule, the same wallet that you create in one, you can recreate in another one, because you have to save your mnemonic and also the way that you use for derivate the addresses.
right? So don't forget your mnemonic. Shall I move to the next slide, or we
yeah, you can go.
Okay, so create your mnemonic.
Okay, and create your mnemonic you can do, but this is it's almost the same things that we said. You can use your wallet and trust in the entropy created by your software or by your hardware. So you start your wallet. This is the first step of everyone that enter in the Bitcoin, and allow the wallet to create a new mnemonic.
And this, for example, excuse me for interrupting you, can I choose the 24 words?
Okay, yes. Usually you don't. Usually you trust in the okay, maybe some wallet allow you to choose between 12 or 24 or 15 words, or but a lot of wallet don't allow this also, because it's when you enter for the first time in a wallet, you really trust too much in the wallet. So you usually let the wallet create the mnemonic for you. After this, you have to create a backup immediately. Some wallet don't force you to create a backup immediately. This is, in my opinion, it's very bad way of things, because this is the most important secret for your Bitcoin. So create immediately a backup on a piece of paper, or try to not write in your computer, because your computer is connected in the internet. So maybe you write in a file and forgot to to remove, or you don't remove in a safe manner, and maybe some people can give back this file and store your funds. So don't trust too much in the computer. Some don't trust in the printer also, because if you print, the printer have a memory inside and can save some backup. And so some suggest to not print also the mnemonic. So, but anyway, create your backup.
Okay, Valerio, absolutely.
Starting with a piece of paper, it's enough. Or you can have another, or you can follow another path. And the other path is create your mnemonic using another software, another hardware, another procedure, some script, something that you trust, or something that you can analyze, that you can check how it works. And after, every wallet let you import this mnemonic. So you don't create the mnemonic inside the wallet, you create outside, and after you have to import your mnemonic, to insert this word inside your wallet. So you are sure that that the wallet will never know. Okay, the wallet know your mnemonic, but you create in a good manner, and we will see why this is important. And this is connected about the randomness of the mnemonic. And check last word carefully. When you, okay, not last word, but check that there is checksum inside this mnemonic. We can go to next slide. And yeah, this one. And we can start speak next one.
Sorry.
6. Okay. Why this way to create a mnemonic from another wallet, from another software, with another procedure? Because we need to be sure that the entropy is good. I mean, you can choose your mnemonic checking the words that you like in this list, but this is a very bad idea, because the human brain usually choose things in the middle, or something that has a good that is good, or maybe you try to choose the bigger words because you can read easily. So it's not a good manner if you choose by yourself. It's like if you choose password, please use random number generator. Don't use the name of your dog. Don't use the date of your birthday. Don't use, because you can easily, this information don't have a lot of entropy. It means that you can create a very short, very little dictionary, and they can attack you using this dictionary. If you generate with a good source of entropy, with a good random number generator, you can have very strong password, or very strong mnemonic. So it's
basically, we are trusting the wallets that we're using when we're generating our.
When you generate, you trust the procedure that the wallet use. You also trust the platform, because if it's a mobile phone, you trust that this mobile phone can really create a random number. When you use a hardware wallet, the same. You have to trust the firmware in the hardware wallet, and you have to trust the producer of the silicon, because maybe they have a very weak random number generator, and this means that these don't really cover all the possible mnemonic, and this will be much more easy to attack. Like, for example, if I generate the entropy with this manner, I take the actual time, and I hash it. I have a string that you can use like entropy. This is a very bad idea, because you can see a very big very big number because of the hash, but the character that differ from two different time. I mean, if you want to recreate all the mnemonic that are generated using the local time, is very easy, because you don't have a lot of you don't have to test a lot of things. If you think about epoch is the number of seconds between the 1st of January 1970. That is the idea of time in every computer. This is not very wide. Some million, you can with a good computer, you can try to recreate some million mnemonic and check if some stupid people use the epoch time like source of entropy. So don't use faking procedure to create random number. Create random number in a good manner. How you can create this random number? Okay, you can use random number generator. Take care that some hardware, you have to trust hardware if you use a random number generator. Take care that some hardware don't have a random number generator. Like if you use some embedded chip like Arduino or other that have pseudo-random generator. It means that we can reproduce this random sequence easily. So you just put one seed, and the Arduino will give you the same random number generator, because they are not random. So don't trust too much about random generator. Trust only the true random generator, and maybe if it's well known and tested. Or you can use dices. Rolling dices. It's a good way of entropy, and has another interesting and these, or playing cards. You can use playing cards, and this is very good because you can also, you need only to calculate with your hand or with a calculator, and not connected calculator, not with your phone, but with a desktop calculator. You can generate your mnemonic, and you can be sure that the procedure is the right one. There is no other. Okay, you have to just to check that your dice it's a dice and don't give you always 1 or 6. Okay, don't use the same dice that you use with your friend for but try to use a dice with a good source of entropy. Or you can use random noise. Usually this is very interesting because you can use the connection between Wi-Fi's and Bluetooth, and these can create a lot of random noise, and you can use this noise to create some random number, but take care that you are doing things in the right way.
Not on my best song, my most favorite song, sorry, to create. Can I create based on songs, particular voices from there? Yeah, there is logic.
Yeah, but it's not random.
It's not random, right?
Okay.
It's retrievable.
Because if I know the song, maybe I can
Right.
recreate your mnemonic. So it's not random.
Yes.
Maybe it's it's a good way to store your mnemonic, but it's not random.
Right.
Or you can use the GPIO, some reading the noise in the some in attached to some resistor, and in the picture, the GPIO means general purpose input output.
Okay.
It means that you can read the voltage attached to something, and if you don't connect as this property that continue give you some information from nothing, and you can use this in a way to create some random number. In the picture, you can see the way that Cloudflare use for generate random number. They have 101 lava lamp connected to that are working. You know this lamp that
Yep, I
yeah.
have also seen here several times. Yeah.
They have 101 lava lamp that usually, and you know that lava lamp move the material inside almost randomly. They have 101. They take a picture and they hash the picture, and they are sure that the combination of this pixel is always different. So for Cloudflare, this one is a good source of entropy. Okay, don't trust in Cloudflare entropy. If you want to make it by yourself.
Okay, do it by yourself.
Yeah, we can go to next slide.
Yep.
Okay, we can start to speak about how you can create your mnemonic if you don't trust your wallet. Okay, you can create your mnemonic using, for example, an external hardware. This is my project that allow you to create using dice or playing cards. Can create 24 words for a mnemonic, and it's something like this. I have the board is low cost board.
Wow, Valerio.
With a firmware that you can analyze, very easy firmware, and you have only to attach a VGA monitor.
Okay, only one VGA monitor.
And one old PS2 keyboard.
It's old. It must be old.
Usually now there are USB keyboard, but this board need PS2 keyboard. You start it, and on this totally disconnected hardware, you will have this TRENTANOVE screen that allow you to create a word. And every time you need the TRENTANOVE try to create a new word, ask you to input an entropy, and how you can input the entropy with, for example, using a dice or using playing cards. So this board will continuously ask you to input a new rolled dice, and input their result. And after 100 rolling, you will have your mnemonic, and you have to copy on piece of paper, because TRENTANOVE board don't store it. So when you power off, it will
it would be very bad if you store it, Valerio.
And if you don't trust it, it's 15 euro you can put in trash, and you can destroy it and put in trash.
So your product, actually, that's what you're having. First, this is a software. You're running this computer, right?
Yeah, it's totally open source. It's totally open source project. So this software, this hardware is available on Amazon or on other, and come without firmware, okay, with demo firmware, and you can download on TRENTANOVE page. You can download the code, and you can use the Arduino for programming your board. It's very easy. You have just to download software, attach this board, and upload the firmware. And if you want, you can also check what the firmware is doing, so you can be sure that I'm not saying the wrong things. And during you input your information, the board will also print in the monitor the procedure. So okay, you roll the dice and you obtain number 5. So 5, and let you check all the procedure, all the count that I do for create your word. So it's something that you don't have to trust, but it's just guide you in the creation, and can create the last word. But I said to you that last word is a bit strange, but because contain the checksum, it's not totally random, and this TRENTANOVE firmware allow you to automatically calculate the checksum for the last word. So at the end, you will have a totally working mnemonic, and you can also derivate some addresses to check that it's right.
Very
and it's totally open source. If you want, try, and maybe have some issue, but I'm working in the night on this project, but it's I think it's a good manner to understand how you can create your mnemonic, no other.
Definitely.
Try it with this.
Thank you for sharing this, Valerio.
Next slide. This is a similar hardware, open hardware solution. It's this one.
Okay.
This I didn't made, but made SeedSigner, another developer, and this is interesting because actually has also a camera, and in the future can sign transaction, read transaction with camera, sign transaction, and show you the result using QR code. But this board has also another interesting functionality that allow you to generate a mnemonic using dices, or you can input your mnemonic and can calculate for you the last word using checksum. So, and it's open source. It's based on Raspberry Pi Zero,
Mm-hmm.
So the board inside is a Raspberry Pi Zero, and use this a camera and this kind and this extension board that has a little joystick and some buttons. And it's very interesting because you can use this also for generate the last word of your mnemonic, or for create your mnemonic, and you don't have to trust another wallet.
Right.
And it's open source. You can this one is in Python, so maybe for some for some people it is much more easy to understand, and it's a good product that you can use and try and play with it to understand how it works, what happens if, and this is another good solution.
And this is a ready solution. This is not part of do-it-yourself.
No, it's a do-it-yourself.
It's a do-it.
Actually, it's a do-it-yourself. You can maybe in future you can buy the.
Now you have to buy the parts and make it on your own.
Yeah. Actually, it's like this.
Okay. And
but this is good because you don't have to. If you buy common parts, you don't have to trust.
Right. This is what
it's not for Bitcoin. I buy for other things and I use for Bitcoin.
Okay.
And this developer is working to make it work with Spectre Desktop, so you can use Spectre Desktop as a wallet.
All right, I'm in parallel sharing Spectre solutions.
Okay.
So actually, that what I saw earlier, it's in their shop. Let me not make a mistake, but I think it was 100. I'm just thinking when you make stuff, do it yourself, and you're buying hardware, and this is 130 euro.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, but you also need the computing board or it's inside. And I think this one is only the shield, the cover and the shield. This is very interesting because Spectre Desktop is the application for the desktop, and the same group create also an hardware wallet that is Spectre Do It Yourself. I have an example of this wallet. Okay. Spectre Do It Yourself, but Spectre Desktop allow you to connect with this hardware wallet, connect with other hardware wallet. You can also use the SeedSigner, and in future maybe you can use multiple devices. I mean, I will use one open source device plus a ledger because I don't trust too much in ledger, and I want to avoid that my multisig is compromised because I use only one brand. Yeah. Ledger or Trezor or other brands. No, if I use the same.
Decentralization in everything, also in the hardware, in the wallet.
Yeah, but if you have multisig and you want to use multisig, maybe it's a good idea to have decentralized hardware also. I mean, in my multisig, I have one paper wallet, one open source hardware wallet, one common available hardware wallet, so I can mix. And if one of my platform is compromised, don't worry because other are not. Great. So this is a very good idea that you can use. It's not very easy to maintain multi-sig between different hardware wallet, and you have to save more information. But it's something that, if you have a lot of money to save, can be a very good solution to avoid to expose yourself to a kind of attack because an hardware wallet or a product has a problem.
Right. Thank you. So, example,
another example. You can create also mnemonic using some software on your computer. I suggest to use an offline computer to avoid that maybe you can use Tails distribution. Tails is a distribution that is in a USB stick. You can run from a USB stick, and when you remove the USB stick, you will lose all information. So you can use this kind of devices, or you can use some kind of maybe an old laptop that you decide to not attach more on the internet. You can download some script. This is an example script that I made some months ago. It's called VanityMnem, because create a mnemonic, but do a bit more. Try to derive all the addresses. For example, derive 1,000 addresses and check if there is some character inside these addresses. It's in ancient time. This was made by vanity addresses. That was a way to have some addresses that contain some interesting character inside, some word. This is not very good way, good and secure idea, but is something that maybe you want to try to play. And this VanityMnem is a script that you can call, and it will use the random hardware generator in your computer for create some randomly generated mnemonic, and create and show you all the information until it will arrive at some address that has the information that we need. For example, here we processed 12 mnemonics in 2 seconds. It's not bad. And we had a legacy, an address. We decided to have an address that inside has the word beef.
Okay.
And if you check, the legacy address has beef at the end. There is B, capital B, capital EF. So this is and as you can see, we use the derivation M44007790. It means that we check a lot of addresses, we check a lot of derivation. So this it's a game. It's in order to generate some mnemonic that has some addresses with special characters or something that you can recognize easily. But if you use for example, you can use to check on testnet, and you can use this if your PC is connected also, because on testnet you don't have the funds don't have a value, so you are not but this this can give you some addresses that you can try, and maybe you use this and set this mnemonic on Electrum and try to pay to some addresses and check what happened. So you can do a lot of tests, and you can also generate some mnemonic.
Only with a bouncer.
Only
with a bouncer. I don't use my Satoshis. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but if you have a testnet, you can play easily.
Yeah.
And in the last okay, next slide, there is the last way to create an
I'm sorry.
mnemonic.
It's not very well visible, but I'm
okay. You can.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just going to open it from the file. I'm going to share it. Just a second. This is my bad. Okay, I'm almost here. Okay, are you able to see it now properly? Yeah. Now it's better.
Okay, better. This is a way to you can create a mnemonic without using some technological devices, but you can use just a coin and 4 dice. There is a procedure, clever procedure that you can follow. There is the link, and it also generates. It's very easy. You roll your dice and your and reading the sequence of this result, you will find one word in this list. This is just a partial list, but if you go on the repository, you can find out the complete list of the word. So there are 2048 words, and if you roll these dice and toss your coin, you can easily find check your mnemonic, and you can print it or watch it online and follow this rule to create the 23 words for your mnemonic. For the 24, there is a little bit different. There is a little bit different procedure, or you can use another like this board, or you can use another. If you use this kind of hardware, it will automatically calculate the last word. So you have a lot of interesting way to finalize your mnemonic, and you are sure that 23 words are generating using dice and coin. So in a very and it's a very good source of entropy. So try to imagine that when you generate the mnemonic, you have to use a very good source of random number, and dice and coin are not connected, are not predictable, so you can generate a very strong random number using this procedure.
So this is recommendable people to spend more time to play with all these tools, software, hardware, and in general to be very precise when generating mnemonic and when putting their trust in hot and cold.
Yeah, this depend on what you plan to do on this wallet. No, if you want to play, oh, okay, maybe you can trust in not a very good
No.
source of entropy.
Talking
But
when
if you want,
really not only for exploring the technology and just for checking, as you have advised in testnet, etc., but really when we are just putting our funds, we have to be very precise and careful.
yeah, yeah. But you can start to play. I mean, this happen, this kind you recognize after you have Bitcoin and you have your wallet, and after you realize that the good manner for make your mnemonic is not to trust the one generated by your phone, but but uh, but you, if you start to play with this software, you can find out the right way for you to create your mnemonic. And I don't know if we have a bit more time,
Yes, yes,
but
we will
we
finish.
we have we have two other slides, and now we generate the mnemonic, and very important is to generate, to back up your mnemonic. How I can store my mnemonic. Usually everyone write the mnemonic on piece of paper, and we said that it's better to write with pen than with printer, to avoid that the printer remember some part of your mnemonic. Avoid to save file with mnemonic in the computer, especially if you have connected computer. If you save on some USB stick, consider that in years the USB stick can lose the information, so it's not a very good idea to save on these devices. But in the same time, it's better if you make multiple backup. You have different backup, one that you use a lot, one that is more safe and you never use, and and this one is very interesting, very good idea. Imagine that you have a backup on paper. What happens if uh, if you store this paper in a place and something happened to this paper, and a fire can destroy all your backup. So a lot of time you have to imagine that when you have many money in Bitcoin, but it's very easy, just buy now and wait for some year. But in some year you will have the problem of backup your mnemonic in a very good manner that can resist to fire or to other problem. And a lot say that, oh, there is a lot of solution that write your mnemonic on steel, on some material, and you can store this metal in a good place, in a safe place, and so if something happen
on the metal, with the metal, it's resistance.
Yeah, you can use, for example, you can use CryptoSteel. CryptoSteel is the on top left, this kind of the device that has the space. Yeah, that has the space for save, for input, for put inside little pieces of metal that has a letter written on it. So you can easily create your backup, putting all these seeds inside, and you can store these in a safe place. Or there is CryptoSteel Capsule that has the same idea, but is a kind of really capsule, like something that you can close and put in a not easy environment. And or there is block plate. Block plate is really simple. It's a plate of metal, and that you can use some tool to make some hole where there is the letter for the mnemonic word. So you have a lot of like a table in steel, and you have just to drill some hole, and this hole can represent our mnemonic word. This is the CryptoSteel Capsule, and it's kind of iron iron enclosure that has your mnemonic inside. You have these letter, and you have to create and you have to put on top, and after you can hermetically close, and it's all in iron and steel, and you can hide in some places. It's an interesting solution. Yeah. But if you like go to presentation.
Yep, going back.
If you really like the do-it-yourself, you can use the Seifu Ninja. It's very funny, and it's the website seifu.ninja. Okay. Seifu.ninja is a do-it-yourself device for store your mnemonic, and it's this. It's very easy. It's just some screw, some nut that you can buy in every shop, and you will write your mnemonic on these iron parts. Okay. So and remember that you have to write four symbol for each mnemonic, plus the number for the order. So this is the word 1. I will write 1 and 4 characters, and I put inside this, and I will do for all my word in the mnemonic. Mm-hmm. So I can have this device. I will close, and now this is a iron based device that has my mnemonic inside, and I can drill a hole in a wall and put it inside and cover, so nobody will know that in my wall I have a backup for my Bitcoin wallet. Or I can hide in other places, or I can it can survive to fire. It can survive to dust, to water also, because it has to be the right iron that has no problem with water. But it's very cheap. I think you can easily create with 10 to 20 euro, mm-hmm. and you can save your mnemonic in a very safe way. Right. And in the presentation there is a link, mm-hmm. from Jameson Lopp. Jameson Lopp have this review about every one of these device, and try to push with a press, burn, and put in acid, and it's very interesting. It's very long. I mean, he review a lot of devices, and you can see for each device the conclusion and all the procedure that Jameson followed to test all these devices. This is a very good way to backup your wallet, and a lot of people don't use it because it's okay, it's complicated. It means that you have to spend time, but it's a very interesting way to store your mnemonic. And in last slide, I tell you another trick. This is really another trick. Imagine that you have to save a very important mnemonic. You can use Shamir 39. It's this one is not really used, but it's something that some are thinking about or work. And the idea is that you can split your mnemonic in many pieces. For example, in 5 pieces. And you will need 3 pieces to recreate your mnemonic. So you want to save some backup, but you want to put one backup that if I found, I can spend all your Bitcoin. You want to split the backup in multiple pieces. And you can do with this solution. And the interesting things of this solution is that the splitted the parts in which the mnemonic is splitted are also valid mnemonic. So if I want to split the mnemonic in 5 parts, I will obtain 5 different valid mnemonic. This is good because only you know that these are part of a Shamir secret sharing procedure.
Shamir.
And if you use and if you use 3, it's not important which one. You will recreate the same mnemonic. So there is another page of Ian Coleman that allow you to play with this Shamir share secret. It's a very interesting idea, and for split mnemonic, to avoid that if I find one mnemonic, I can recreate your wallet.
But isn't it kind of multi-sig?
It's a kind of multi-sig without multi-sig, because if you have the mnemonic, it's not multi-sig. It means that it's standard one signature transaction. But it's a kind of multi-sig in the recreation of the mnemonic. More party has to collaborate to recreate the mnemonic that allow me to spend. But and this is different, because in multi-sig, if you have a 3-party, you have a 3-party that has to sign the signature. It controls the way you spend funds. This is just a way to recreate the mnemonic, but after, if one of these party has the mnemonic, can spend totally without other party. It's just a way to back up your mnemonic. It's not a policy for allow only one party to spend. But it's interesting. Maybe I'm not sure this will be a good idea for Bitcoin. Maybe yes, maybe no. Actually, I think it is not used, but it's a good idea because show you how you can hide information also, because the Shamir secrets are valid mnemonic. So I can find out this paper with a valid mnemonic, and I will try to import this wallet, and this wallet is empty, because the real wallet is the one that you generate with only three mnemonics, mix it together with Shamir's secret. So it's a kind of solution that you can use in somewhere when you want to backup, but you don't want you don't want directly backup your mnemonic. For example, if you want to have, if you use this device, maybe you can backup directly your mnemonic. But if you want some backup in paper, in piece of paper that are around your house, and maybe someone find it, maybe you can use Shamir 39, because if I found, and I think it's a mnemonic, I will try to use, and this mnemonic has no money in it. I have to know that this is connected to this schema. So I have to find out the three and put it together using this schema to have a valid mnemonic. Okay, I think I spoken too much about mnemonic. No?
It was great and very extensive, very detailed information about everything. Thank you very much. Thank you for the presentation, Valerio. Appreciate it as usual.
Thanks to you, because it's always a good way to it's a good way to learn, also to try to create a presentation and show how you can backup your mnemonic. Everyone there is no the University of Bitcoin. So everyone started with some solution and start to search for better way to improve. Maybe the first time I used Bitcoin, I was not caring about mnemonic. I was using I was mining and I never moved for some years. I didn't move my funds in this mnemonic in this mining website, and now I said how crazy I was, and when I recognize, I install my wallet. Okay, it was not a lot of funds, but okay, actually maybe a bit more, but I decided to move on wallet, because I recognized that I was doing in the wrong way. I started testing Bitcoin without studying too much. I was crazy about mining. I mean, you know, well, what is the problem, that oh, maybe you can generate money from nothing. So I wanted tried, and after some weeks I said, oh, it's not working. But I didn't care about the money that I earn. I backupped after 3 or 4 years. So everyone is starting from the ground, and step by step is learning more and recognize that there is a better solution I have to study more. There is a better solution for do this. Maybe I used this wallet, but this one is better. I will use multi-sig. A lot of people don't know about multi-sig also, but it's a very powerful idea that you can use in Bitcoin.
They don't know, but they're going to know after they watch shows in Bitcoin.